Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to
Acting, has done a lot for you. What have you done for acting?
Wow, acting has done a lot for me. What have I done for acting? I've been showing up when I can. That's what I've done for acting. I've been showing up when I can. Yeah. I don't know what I've done for acting. For that's the very. I need to actually go and think about that question properly. What I've done
All
for
right.
acting.
Okay. All right. Now, what do you like most about being an actress?
To me, being an actress to me is all about the passion. I love acting. It's something that I love to do. I can wake up in the morning and you give me a script and say action, I will act. You understand? But I think the main thing about being an actress, apart from now that is that you make a good living from it, I would say you get recognized and you get by with some things that some people would not get away with, and people want to people want to know you. People are always out there to help you, or to just know you and be your friend. So you get all that from being popular anyway, not just being an actress, from being
All
popular
right.
out there. Yeah.
All right. So, what don't you like about being an actress? You have told us what you like
The
about being
same
an
thing.
actress. What?
The same thing. The idea of no privacy. You don't have. In
Okay.
fact, when I moved to England, I was a bit happier. Like, oh my God, yes, I'm away from this because I started this at the age of 16. I didn't really have any, all my teenage years I was on television and acting and all that. So and at that time I became so popular that I couldn't walk the streets. I couldn't go shopping. If I went to Yaba Market, somebody would probably put me in their shop and go and do my shopping for me. You understand? So it wasn't. There's advantage and disadvantage in all this. You understand? And the press, as you know, all those things now. The press will always tell stories about you. Most, most of which might not be true. You understand? So they could just, see you with your younger brother and say he's your boyfriend. Things like that. So there was absolutely no privacy. I remember during when I was very popular, I went to America and I was so happy. Nobody knew me. You understand? The joy of not being known. I sat on the floor. We were waiting for a cab. We called the cab and me and my friend, I sat on the floor. I was telling her, can you imagine me sitting on the floor? Can I do this in Nigeria? No. I can't do it in Nigeria. I remember me and what's her name again? Regina. We went somewhere to a shop in the Ikeja once. As soon as we entered the shop, by the time we wanted to come out, there was no road. The whole street had packed. That was when we were on Fortune. The whole streets had packed. All the doors were packed. We couldn't come out. The police had to come and make way for us to come out of that shop. So for me to go to America and sit on the floor and nobody knew me, it was a plus. I was just so happy. So there is advantage and disadvantage in everything. You enjoy it, but get ready. You lose your privacy. You lose your life. You can't do anything. You can't do anything freely. Every eye is watching you. So that is what I don't like. Every eye watching me. I want to be myself.
All right.
Sometimes, yeah.
All right. What is the worst thing you've read or heard about yourself?
One of them, I've read my younger brother one time drove me in his car. We went out together that day. I can't remember the scenario, but the next time I heard that I had a toy boy, that I had a toy boy, that now drives me. That was one of it. And then the ridiculous one was I moved to England. No. So, one other thing I remember was when I moved to England, I moved with my son. He was like 6 years then. Yeah, he was 6 years when we moved. And just 2 years after that, I read my sister, one of my cousin actually came, to London, and she brought dry fish and all those things. She said she read that I had a baby, girl in London. So she came and said, where is the baby? I said, what are you talking about? She said she read that I had a baby. That I had a baby. I said, no. She said that she was in the paper that I had a baby. I said, thank God I claim it. Because then I wanted the baby girl, So I said, that's good, I claim it. And behold, I will say 8 years later, I had a baby girl. So that was positive to me, but it was so funny because when they say there's some smoke, there's no smoke without fire. This one had no fire, no matches, nothing. 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 Because
All right.
I said
All right.
I had a baby girl, It was so funny, yeah.
What is the nicest thing that you've read about yourself in the papers?
Well, I've read, I have read a lot of nice things as well. But most of them are when they are promoting one or two films. And some journalists, people like you just kind of, write a good story, to promote and stuff like that. So I'm thinking of what are next. Yeah, when they are nice, they are just me. But maybe they are writing the truth about what they have come and interviewed me personally, Personally, and then they write something that you have said and put it nicely, then I will consider that nice, Unlike when they just go out there and stories.
All right. Now, how does it feel to be in the limelight for decades?
Oh God. Truth of the matter is I have been away for a long time, though I still get recognized, and I ask the people, how do you recognize me? Even with my low cut, right when I was coming to on this trip, in London, I had my mask, for goodness sake, and this man still walked up and said, "Hi, Dolly Unachukwu." I said, "What? How did you recognize me?" And he said that he's seen me on Instagram. That's why he knew that I had my hair. Sure. I said, because I don't understand why you recognize me, because I have this mask, and with this mask you don't recognize anybody, So I think being in the limelight, like I said, there's advantage and disadvantage. You just keep going. Once you're out there, there's no going back. You know that, right? Once you have put yourself out there is no going back, because no matter, even generations keep coming, your own generation will still remember you. You understand? Like I know children, like children that are like my son's age, won't know who I am. You understand? I remember my when I had my audition in London, I called for an audition. People came. There's a particular guy that I casted, and the next time when he came for a call, he said, "Oh my God, my mom knows you. My mom said you are such a big star." Your mom, he didn't know me because he was younger. You understand? He was in his 20s. So when he came for the audition, he didn't know who I was. He just thought, oh, audition. He came and we gave him a role. But the next time he came, he was, "Oh my God. Oh, my mom knows you so well. My mom said this. My mom." So is the old generation. So being out there for a long time, it does have advantage and disadvantage, especially when you're not working. People are stopping you. People always ask me, "Why are you not acting anymore? What's happened?" Even the first time when I moved to London, I met this lady, on the high street, and she stopped me, and she said, "Oh, you came on holiday?" I said, "No, that I live here." I said, "What? You live here? So who is going to be acting?" So it was so funny, She said, "You live here?" I said, "Yeah, my husband lives there." He said, "No, no, no, no. Even if your husband lives there, you should go back to Nigeria. That's where we want you to be. We need you in Nigeria. Your husband, you are this." She was so loud in the on the street. He said, "Your husband, you should take your husband back." or you can be visiting, but you can't stay here. We need you to go and make the films. And I said to her, well, I need to look after my family as well. This is my family, you know. I need to hear from my family. But I was so, like really serious about it that I need to go back to Nigeria. But it's not that simple, is it?